What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today, BTC USD. It is the second day of November, and here we are sitting at about $110.4 thousand with 10 hours and 38 minutes left in the day. We hit a high today of 111.2K, which is nice, but not nice enough. You guys know the area that we're looking for. I want to say it's around 113K. Let's see, high to low here. I mean, if we can get back above 111.7K, that would definitely start to make me think that we do move higher and that we're not moving lower. But until then, I'm maintaining the stance that we move down until I see otherwise, right? As you guys know, over the past couple of days, I've been hoping that I'll be proven wrong. I've been hoping that we move up, but calling for a price move down to about 105 to $103,000, something like that. I want to look at the short-term stuff, zoom back out, and then just see what we can come up with here. So let's look at the 1 hour time frame. We'll zoom out from there. A lot of volume coming in. This is on the index though, so I don't know if that's reliable. Let's go to Coinbase. Let's just see. I mean, it's above average volume, sure, right? I mean, you can see Saturday and Friday just total lack in volume, and then here Sunday coming back. I wonder if the liquidation levels have gone up. Let's just see. No, they've come down. Wow. You guys, we have barely over $20 billion in longs and shorts cumulatively over the past 30 days. You guys, we've been following this on CoinGlass every single day for months now. I have not once seen the shorts and the longs combined creating a less than $21 billion total in cumulative volume. That's crazy. That's great. We are low leveraged, and that's kind of great because if you think about it, here we're on a daily time frame. Let's zoom out to a daily time frame here. If you think about it, like genuinely, this throughout this whole entire experience, I don't think we've seen less leverage than where we are right now, which is really good, right? Typically, whenever you're high leverage, that's whenever this volatility comes in. That's when you shake things up, right? If you got a lot of longs, you're going to shake things up to the downside. You got a lot of shorts, you're going to shake things up to the upside. You guys realize again what I'm saying here, there's 20 billion in shorts and longs together, all together total. We had 20 billion in shorts, just shorts at this level. 20 billion in longs, just longs at this level. Shorts here, longs here, right? Each time that we hit 20 billion or over on just a one-sided effect, we reverse the trend, or we go the opposite side, and it's not right then and there. It's not at that exact moment that we do. Don't treat it like that. That could get you in trouble. But still, we did have 20 billion in longs at both of these tops. We had 20 billion in shorts at all three of these bottoms. I forget if we did over here or not, but this is the absolute lowest that we've seen the longs and shorts be. That makes me optimistic that we are ready to break out, hopefully to the upside and not to the downside. Again, connecting the dots here on this low to these highs here, the megaphone pattern, it's going to prevail. But if we take this low out, I might be a little concerned. Now, if we go just below this low, because again, we were calling for 106 to 100 or 105, 103K, I forget what it is. We could go slightly below this low. We could get a fake out and then come back up, but we would need a proper reaction. If that were to happen, we need a proper V-shaped recovery, a immediate bounce, something significant to happen. We could take this low out, but it can't be extreme. But I would just prefer that we don't take it out at all. I think the more that we reach for this line, the more likely we are to break through it into the downside. And again, if we break out of this area here, that would take us below 90K. I don't want to see that happen. This right now, this megaphone pattern is overall bullishly postured, and it's the very fact that this line, this drive reached for the bottom trend line, but it couldn't get there. That's called a partial decline. That typically means that we're going to reverse and break out the other direction. Okay, so having a lack in volume here compared to really any other time throughout this whole process makes me think that we are getting ready for a move higher, right? Maybe we need to shake out, because it tells me that people are tired. People don't want to trade anymore. They're like, screw it. It's not worth it. I've lost all my money. And that's typically whenever we start to run. Whenever everybody's traded themselves out of the market, that's when we make the move. So that you're not a part of it anymore. You're not making money. Now the exchanges have that extra funding, and they're going to make more money because of it. I don't know. That's just how I think of it. Anyways, 1 hour time frame. I can't imagine how boring Bitcoin's been over the past couple of days. It's crazy. Slowly but surely to the upside. To be completely fair though, moving down a little bit. It's interesting that waking up today, 110.3K is a low point at which we were just at a high point here. 1 hour RSI looking really good. It's actually looking really good. right? We did the thing. You remember back here, we were talking about how we might be forming an uptrend, and we might need to come down to find the base of this uptrend, so we might pull back a little bit. But instead, we just moved sideways. We found our base over here, just moving sideways. So we've hit the base of this. We're back at it now, and I really do think that we have an uptrend right here. You can see it, right? This little channel. We're at an area of support right now in the RSI. I would think that we come up, and what's nice about this, if you really think about it, is this next drive should put us into the overbought zone, which means we've had a long, slow, drawn-out process working our way up to the overbought zone. We've seen this happen before, right? What happened whenever we got into the overbought zone here? Well, we broke out. We moved higher. We had a nice little stint there, didn't we? That was from, the 26th to the 27th. That was about a day's worth of time right there. And we moved up a good bit. Let's just see how much we moved up from the low to the high. Relevant to the RSI getting overbought, not the whole move, right? You moved up more overall. But here, that was a little 4.6% push. When we get overbought, which we're not yet, we'll probably get overbought after this. I mean, that should take us back to 115.3K if we make the same type of movement. Maybe it's a little bit smaller, maybe it's a little bit larger, but the reality is, regardless of what price we go to, even if we climb half as much as we did back here, let alone more, we're going to be above the levels that we're looking for to validate this as a low, to invalidate the thought that I've had that we'd go lower. That's so nice. I think we're starting to look bullish here, you guys. I really do. I think we are. That's awesome. I wasn't expecting that. I was hoping for it, but it's looking like we're going to have to change the call again. I want to refresh this. I want to look at the fear and greed index. Is what I really want to look at. And just see what's going on here. I'm hoping, okay, well, we're at a 35, whatever. I was hoping that we'd be lowering in fear because I think, or rising in fear. I would hope that there's a higher level of fear, which would mean that this is at a lower level itself. But that's okay. 35 is fine. We've had some pretty low levels of fear. And again, I like to remind you guys that while no, we did not see extreme fear, these indicators are not perfect. And then at the same time, this was the second most fear on these, as far as this index goes. This was the second highest levels of fear that we experienced throughout this whole bull market. And this was the second highest levels of fear. Come on now. In what was overall the smallest, most pathetic drop of the cycle, 18% overall, at least on Coinbase. Not anything too dramatic. All these other drops are over 20%, every single one from top to bottom. This is the least extreme drop that we had throughout this whole cycle, the most tight consolidation phase we've had this whole cycle, and yet we had the second most amount of fear, right? I really do think that we're ready to move up, you guys. 1 hour time frame, zooming back in, we're all over the place. Stochastics are weird. They're very wonky right now. I'm not going to play off of them, especially because the price action's been so boring. So maybe we go lower. The stochastics would suggest that we go lower, but the RSI suggests we're probably at an area to bounce. We could go a little bit lower first. Oh. Maybe we do go a little bit lower. Maybe you didn't even find support here and you do go a little bit lower. It's fine if you do. Or perhaps this is the trend line and maybe you can have a blemish like you did back here, You probably had some blemishes on the top side too, right? Maybe not. I don't know. However it would be. Anyways, stochastics would suggest we go lower. The MACD is bullishly inclined, but again, I would trust these less just because we're moving sideways and it's on the 1 hour time frame. The 4 hour time frame, however, the stochastics look very bullish. The MACD doesn't look super bullish here, but I mean, you've got bullish prospects. Whenever you cross above the zero, that should be some stuff. Interesting. I'm kind of curious to see. Every time that we cross above the zero on the 4 hour MACD, not every time, but most of the time, you get a little consolidation phase. And that doesn't seem like much, but 6 candles on a 4 hour time frame, that's a day. So here you crossed above the zero. You had a very bullish run, but you even consolidated for about a day here, a day and a half before you started running. We're about to move up here. We might get a pop like this, a nice little pop, and then we consolidate. So maybe we pop up. We validate that the low is in. We consolidate, give people a chance to change their positions, and then boom, then we rally. Maybe tomorrow or the next day. Maybe. We broke above the zero here, and then we consolidated again as well before moving higher. It's only on the 4 hour that this happens. I don't know if that's like proper technical analysis I mean, I guess it is, but I don't know if it's like by the book. I don't know if you'd ever read that somewhere. It's just from what we've seen. Look at this, right? You break above the zero, and then what you do, you kind of consolidated for a few days, really, and then you started to rally. So moving up, pressing higher, we'll consolidate for a couple days or a day, and then sometime next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we should be moving up higher. That's my thought so far, looking at this. Just based off the MACD at least. But looking at the RSI, very volatile, oversold to overbought to oversold. But we do like that this downward move happened so quickly. We're back above the 50, finding support here now, looking like we want to go higher. I think we will. Let's look at the daily time frame. The daily MACD, I love this look right here, guys, where we got close to touching. We got really close to touching, really close to crossing, I should say, and now we're building bullish momentum on the MACD on the daily time frame. That's really good. This is actually a really powerful signal that suggests that we will go higher. Whenever you're doing this, you tend to trend higher, and we are trending. I think we are trending, right? We have a higher low, and we have a higher high here, or a higher high here, whatever you want to say. We're at the base of this range. I think that we're getting ready to move up, guys. That's awesome. I'm glad. I'm much happier with that. Bouncing off the 40, yeah, it just makes sense. You're bouncing in the same area that you've been bouncing in the RSI really since March or April, all the way back here, bouncing in the same area there. You're back testing the 40 for support. You did find support there. I don't see really any other examples of that happening. And then we should continue moving higher. Maybe we're in the process of forming an uptrend here in this RSI on the daily time frame as well. Looking good. I would expect that we move higher than this level in the RSI, in which case I would expect that we do break out of this over the coming days, probably by the end of this week. Not by the end of this week. This week ends in 10 hours, right? It's the end of the week right now. But by the end of next week. High to low here. You went from your golden ratio zone effectively. You just skimmed it all the way down to your 236. Go back up. I would expect that when we interact with this, we do break through the golden ratio zone, and we probably go to the 786, 886. So really, right now, all things considered, I think we're getting ready for a move up to 121 to 123.5 thousand dollars, guys. Which, think about what that means, right? If Bitcoin's back up here, all these bearish woes are going to go away. And maybe people will be timid up here. Maybe we'll be timid because of the last few examples of highs that we have. And maybe they'll be proven right to a certain degree. Maybe we consolidate here and there. But I would expect that we do inevitably break out higher. This is the lowest amount of leveraged positions that we've seen, guys. This is the lowest amount of leveraged positions. I really do think that we're ready to move higher. Time will tell, but as of right now, here we are at 110.4K. Calls for 105K and lower are off the table. Taking them off. They're on the table. I'm taking them off. We're putting them aside. You see? Did you hear them? Did you hear them falling on the table? I just put them on the table, or off the table. Damn! Why did it fall on the table if it's off the table? Enough of my semantics or shenanigans, though. I really do think that we're going to 121 to 123.4K. That's where I think we're going to go. We're moving higher. The call is higher. That's what it is. All right, I'm bullish again. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. And when we do break out of this megaphone pattern to the top side here, the measure move, for anybody who's not aware, is all the way up at about 150, 160K, in that range. Technically 154K, but or how you would, depending on how you line it up, it could be 153, 155, something like that. But low to high or high to low here, measure move would take you quite literally right up to 154K. So that's where I think we're going to go. I'll see you on the next one. Hit the like button, subscribe, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.